Good morning, Madison. Happy Thursday. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I matter. I am talented, smart, and capable of success. I have dreams for the future, and I will work hard and try my best every day to reach these goals and dreams. Happy Thursday, and happy last day of April. We have one birthday today at Madison. Happy birthday today to Anna Holper. So Anna, we hope that you have a fantastic day today. I also have a couple of You Matter slips this morning. So the first one is for Mrs. Remaker and Mrs. Stevens. Thank you for all your hard work to make sure all students can learn. So Mrs. Remaker and Mrs. Stevens, we appreciate all the interpreting that you have been doing to help our students make sure they're able to access the curriculum. So thank you guys. Also a huge shout out this morning to Ava Tiffany. Ava, you have been working so hard. Ms. Cully is proud of your commitment to working every day. So nice job, Ava. We had a lot of talents yesterday, Madison. Like, I hope you checked out our Facebook page, and you probably should have your moms or dads or grandmas or grandpas or whoever has access to help you look at it again today, because there were a lot of talents. So I was happy that many of you participated and we had a chance to show off all the great skills that we have at Madison. Are you ready for the next Wacky Wednesday announcement? Get your drum rolls ready. Next Wednesday on May 6th is going to be Future Day. What is Future Day? Future Day is, think about something that you want to do in the future. It could be what college you want to go to, what kind of job you want to have, what kind of house do you want to live in, what kind of family do you want to have, what kind of community service do you want to do, or maybe what kind of hobbies or recreation or things that are fun that you can't do now that you want to be able to do in the future. Take a picture or video, send us, and think about what you want to do in the future. So that is our Wacky Wednesday, next Wednesday, May 6th, Future Day. Excited to see the things that you guys come up with. I also have a few more questions that were submitted to me this morning. So first of all, I have from Ethan Alvarado Johnson, says that he loves online school. Ethan, I am glad that you are enjoying online school. The thing that's interesting is my next one is from Reagan in 3rd grade, and Reagan says, I wish this was over. I think Reagan wishes we were back in school. So the thing about online or distance learning is that for some of us it's really good, and for some of us it's kind of hard. So we kind of try to help everybody out and make the best of it that we can. Addison lets us know that her dog helps her when she's feeling sad. So thanks, Addison, for sharing that. Ruby says to me, Mrs. Opahle, wants to know, my mom read the same book you did. Are you going to cry like she did at the end of the book? I don't know, Ruby. I am trying to get through those last 75 pages. I just have been tired at night, so hopefully I can finish soon, but I feel like I might cry. I'll let you know when I finish. Austin says, why do kids sometimes go to school for free lunch? It's a great question, Austin. We have been serving over 200 kids a day free lunch at Madison. And there are free lunch sites at Jefferson and Stangl and Franklin and Monroe as well. So depending on where you live, if you're under 18, you can go get a free lunch. Why are so many kids going to get them? Because it's something helpful in this time of need when we have to stay at home. I know that I've been having to do a lot more grocery shopping, make a lot more meals. So sometimes that helps families by making it easier for them. Remember that lunches are hot lunches every day that you can go pick up, and they give you a breakfast for the next day. So 11:30 to 1, know that you can pick those up Monday through Friday. Easton Node wants to know, do you like broccoli? Easton, I do like broccoli. It's probably in my top 3, for sure. And then he wants to know what's my favorite vegetable. So if broccoli's in my top 3, I will tell you my number 1 favorite vegetable is probably green beans. I love green beans. They're my favorite, especially fresh in the summer. Those are so good. Charlie Smith wants to know, have you ever tried funfetti pancakes? Charlie? Didn't even know that was a thing. I have not tried funfetti pancakes, but I would like to know more about these pancakes. I've had chocolate chip and blueberry, not funfetti. Is it something that you get made at home or something you get from the store? Let me know. My next one is from Sierra O. She wants to know, if your shirt is tucked in your pants, are your pants tucked in your shirt? If your shirt is tucked into your pants, are your pants tucked into your shirt? I think we'd have to think about which one's on the inside and which one's on the outside. Deep thoughts, Sierra. I appreciate that. Jonathan Browner wants to know, what's your favorite candy, Mrs. Opahle? I will tell you, Jonathan, that I am more of a fruity candy lover than a chocolate candy lover. So, meaning I'd rather have like a Starburst than a chocolate bar. So, if I had to pick a favorite, it probably would be Starburst. Dylan wanted to say hi. Hi, Dylan. And finally, Marahan wants to know, who's my favorite author? Mara, that is a great question. I will tell you that I like all different kinds of books, but there is an author named Jodi Picoult who writes some adult books that I really like her stories in her books. I also really like mysteries and historical fiction. So I kind of like a variety of books, but usually I know if there's anything by Jodi Picoult, I probably will read that because it's a good book. I think that's it for today, Madison. Thanks for your questions. Keep submitting them. I love interacting with you and getting to answer your questions. I love hearing what you're wondering about. And have a great day. Oh, wait. Hang on. Yesterday, Joy Cornick asked me a question I couldn't quite answer, so I had to phone a friend. Let's hear what they had to say.
Hey there, Madison Cougars. So I hear recently a couple of students were talking about whether or not alligators are aquatic or terrestrial animals. I think that means whether they like to live in water or land. And so this is a really interesting question, which has a ton of possible answers. Actually, it's not as easy as saying, well, it's either or. So I'm really, really glad that someone asked this question. Oh, by the way, my name is Mr. Cornick. And before I was a principal at Lincoln High School, I was a science teacher for a very long time. And so this is really right up my alley. I love having these conversations. And so alligators are part of the family Crocodilia. And they're really cool and interesting species. There's really two of them. There's the American alligator and there's the Chinese alligator. The largest ever recorded American alligator was 19 feet long. Can you believe that? 19 feet. Go mark that off in your living room. That's amazing. And they can weigh up to about 1,000 pounds. It's like a small car. So that's pretty crazy too. The oldest ever recorded alligator is 80 years old. That's actually still living. It's in a zoo in Germany. And we really don't know how long alligators or crocodiles live. Could be much longer than that. We haven't really studied it enough. So let's get to the question at hand. Terrestrial or aquatic? That's the really good question. So to be terrestrial or to be aquatic, a couple of things have to come into play. Aquatic animals, obviously they have gills, right? And so when they're under the water, they can breathe under the water like fish, right? Terrestrial animals like you and I, we don't have gills, we have lungs. And so we breathe air in, we breathe carbon dioxide and some oxygen out. And that's how we respirate. Alligators are quite interesting because they're a piece in the evolutionary puzzle. You see, they're kind of in that transition stage. Long ago, their ancestors were completely terrestrial animals. So they lived on land, they walked on land, they slept on land, they gave birth to their young on land. Everything was on land. And then recently, as far as ecology is concerned, only a couple million years ago, they started transitioning to water. And so now they hunt most of their prey in the water. They live for a great period of time in the water. They can hold their breath for a long time in the water. They do a lot of things that water animals do. Now, they still lay their eggs on land. They still breathe with lungs, although they don't breathe the same way as you and I breathe. a little bit differently. But they do a lot of things that the terrestrial animals or the land animals do. So the question at hand, are they aquatic or terrestrial animals? Well, they're classified as aquatic reptiles. And reptiles are typically land animals. So they're kind of in between. I guess you could make an argument either way. It'd actually be a really good question for you to bring up to your teacher on your Google Meet, and then you could all talk about it today and have a really good conversation about, are they aquatic or are they terrestrial? All right. Make it a great day, Cougars.
So there you have it, Madison. Thanks to Mr. Cornick, principal up at Lincoln, former science teacher, for helping me answer that question for Joey about alligators. I had no idea. And now I want to talk about alligators more. Have a great day, Madison. Remember to be respectful, responsible, and safe.